I'm going to tell you why in real life, for you as a human being, a real life person, it's better for you to be Batman rather than Superman. I used to pretty much hate Batman. I never liked Batman growing up. A few of the movies I liked, a lot of movies I didn't really care for, and just him as an individual. I always thought, oh, this rich, snarky dude just going around being rich and trying to be the hero or whatever. And I just didn't get along with Batman until last week. I was, man, I was like in the hallways at work and just come out of the restroom. And I thought to myself, I am so stressed. I'm starting to feel so burnt out. I'm just about ready to quit all of this and just stop doing all this. It was a point where I just thought to myself, and really it was like, you have these little moments because everybody was asking me for something, right? You all wouldn't believe the amount of emails, messages I get. Everybody was asking me to do something. They'll do this, do that, do that. This is do. And it's just completely nonstop to the point I'm like, I'm not Superman. And that's what I thought to myself. I am not Superman. And that moment, I started thinking, man, everybody goes around trying to be Superman, trying to be Superman, trying to be Superman, and Superman is all hoorah, and yay, Superman. None of us are Superman. And that's when I got to thinking, man, you know what? I'd much rather be Batman than Superman. I would much rather be Batman than Superman. And it made me say, I've got to make this video for you all, my peoples, and tell you all why it's better to be Batman rather than Superman. All right, I'm about to dive in, but before I do, I'm going to ask you guys to do something. If you're enjoying the videos that I make, or if you think you're going to enjoy this video, do me a huge favor and go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please. Like, comment, all three of those things, right? If you don't like the videos I make, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button anyways, all right? Hit that subscribe button anyways. Seriously, though, it means a lot to me when I see subscriptions come through. Lets me know that you all find values in these videos, and I do my best to make sure I'm providing you a lot of values for just things that can really transform your life, honestly, if you listen to them, take notes, and really get down with what I am teaching in these videos. All right, so let me grab my notes here. I'm going to record and take some notes, pop up on the screen for you all. All right, so you guys remember, right? So I'm not just doing this just for fun. I'm actually doing this some good teaching. So grab your stuff. I'm going to go take my notes. You take your notes. Keep a journal for this. Take some good notes. All right. So today we're going to be talking about be Batman. I'll just say that. Be Batman. All right. So there are going to be three main reasons why I believe it's better for you to go about your life as Batman rather than Superman. Of course, I don't mean I want you to run around in a cape and run around with a bat and flapping your wings. That's not what I mean. More so, I mean some characteristics of Batman as compared to Superman that I believe are really, really important. And the first of those reasons, number one, is Batman doesn't do it alone. Batman doesn't do it alone. And that's huge, guys. That's huge. Just think about it. The first thing we said, Batman doesn't do it alone. Obviously, the number one thing is Batman has Robin. Batman has Robin. In my life, probably one of the biggest moments of transformation when I really started making a lot of progress with my businesses, besides the stuff that I do outside of my 9-to-5, right, was when I started asking for help and getting help on my team. Right. My brother Daniel, he's coming down a lot of stuff. My other brother, my family, I have all that support, right? My sister and my wife, of course, and kids. I have all that support. My brother Daniel with the companies and such on the side has done a lot to help me. And then really my assistant, I've got a lot of people to help, but my assistant, Trisha, over these years, right, has come in and really just been that huge coming in and really supporting. And when I started putting those pieces together, that's when things really took off. When I realized that, hey, this is not intended for you to do by yourself. There's too much work. If you want to really do huge, amazingly impactful things, you're not going to be able to do it by yourself. You would not be able to do it by yourself, right? I think you guys know I'm big on basketball, so I'm always going to my sports references. Think about Michael Jordan in the 1980s, right? Early 1990s. Jordan was out here trying to do it by himself. Give me the ball. I got it. Get out of my way. I'm going to get us this bucket. I'm going to get us this victory. That's not how this thing was working well for him. That thing didn't work out for him, right? So what ended up happening was Jordan bought into this offense. He got people on his team, Pippen. He got help around him, and he bought into this offense that was more of a team-like offense, and that helped him win. That's how Jordan got his 6 championship rings. Not because he was going to go do it by himself like he was when he was younger. When he realized, I can't do this by myself. I need help. when Jordan became okay with that, that's when Jordan became the Michael Jordan we know of, right? He's always been a great player, don't get me wrong, but that's when he became Jordan Dynasty Jordan, GOAT Jordan, right? Is when he realized that he couldn't do it alone. And that's what Batman does. Think about it. Batman has Robin. Batman has Catwoman he does stuff with, right? Batman has the police chief, right? Batman has Alfred, right? Batman has a team around him. Who does Superman have, right? Superman has Superman. Right? Superman has Superman. He's always trying to do everything by himself, trying to, oh, the world's on my shoulders. I got to handle this. Well, he's not God, guys. Don't get this twisted. Superman is not God. And us as human beings, in order for us to get the most out of ourselves, to get to our highest potentials, we're not meant to do these things by ourselves. So when I was sitting there by myself, just thinking like, this is too much, the first thing that came to my mind is I need help. I need to ask somebody to help me do some of this stuff because I can't handle it all by myself. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to realize that you are not Superman, nor should you want to be Superman, right? I have a much greater appreciation for Batman just from this one thing. I thought to myself, wow, this dude, even though I kind of just thought he was just annoying rich dude all this time. There's nothing wrong with being rich per se like that, but so don't get it twisted what I'm saying. But even though I thought like, oh, just this rich guy going around showing off his tools, gadgets, or whatever, I came to appreciate him just for this one fact. Like, dude's smart. He built a team around himself. He's not trying to do it by himself. He has built a team around himself. Right. I got a Bible verse here. You guys know I always get that with my Bible verse. It's very important to me in life, right? These things will get you through. So Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 10. Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 10. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. Two are better than one, right? If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. So this verse is pretty much saying, stop trying to do everything by yourself. Go get a partner. Go get partners. Do things together. You will get more accomplished. And if one of y'all is having a hard time, somebody else can step in and help. Right? Be Batman in the situation. Don't try to do it by yourself. Be Batman. All right. The second reason why it's better for you to be Batman rather than Superman is Batman is resourceful. Batman is resourceful, kind of like Tony Stark from Iron Man, right? Avengers, all that type of jazz. Same thing, right? Batman is resourceful. All right, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. If you have not seen the movie Batman versus Superman, stop watching. Don't stop watching. Just skip ahead like 3 minutes or whatever, right? But this is a huge spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I've told you multiple times, so if you're still watching, don't get upset that I'm telling you this. In the movie Batman versus Superman, Batman wins. Superman dies, right? In Batman versus Superman, Superman dies. Why does that happen? It's because Batman was resourceful. Think about what happened in the movie again. Go back and watch it, right? Batman prepared. He got all these tools together, right? So he's using tools. Like, what tools do you have at your disposal to win, right? Someone say tools for victory. Tools for victory, right? Batman had tools for victory. How is it possible that you think, oh, Superman, this great, awesome, most powerful, alien or whatever, loses to a human being? It's because Batman was resourceful. He had tools. He thought. And I think about this all the time, even in medicine. I think about this all the time. When we're talking about, oh, this guy's so smart. That guy's so smart. That guy was so smart in medicine. Oh, medicine has changed. I'm not as concerned about my doctor being the smartest person in the room anymore as I am as my doctor being the most resourceful person in the room, right? The amount of resources we have access to is way more than the intelligence of one person, right? So nowadays, things are about who can be more resourceful. Think about, going back to my basketball reference here, LeBron James in the NBA. LeBron James, he's about my age. I'm a few months older than LeBron James, right? And I was in the gym with my kiddos, and I'll tell them like, oh man, my body, and I'll try to do a move, and I don't quite move like I used to, right? I go up there thinking I can still dunk. Hey, I got bounce, but I can't dunk anymore like I used to, right? So I'm thinking about all these things. I'm thinking, man, LeBron's my age. He's still doing it. My son said, well, LeBron's 6'9", daddy, or however tall he is. I'm like, yeah, but still, I should be able to do better. And I thought about it. Why is that? It's because LeBron has been resourceful and leveraged a lot of tools to take care of his body till this age he's at. They said something like he spent $1 million on his body over summer, something like that, right? Be resourceful to get the results you want. So have tools for victory, right? Again, we've seen Batman doing all movies. Be like, oh, it comes out, gee golly, Batman. That's Robin talking. Gee golly, Batman. this shark's gonna kill us. Batman's like, oh, don't worry about it. I've got shark spray. And that's something real from the Batman old movies, but he has shark spray. I got shark spray. Spray the shark. Oh, I'm falling. Batman, we can't fall like Superman. It's all good. I've got this little gun that's gonna hook up to the walls. I'm gonna be able to climb up, right? Batman always has tools and resources to get himself out of trouble. Right? That's what you want to be. You don't want to be like, oh, I can do it all by myself. It's no, I know where to go and what to do to find the answers to get the results we're looking for. Be Batman in the sense that you are the most resourceful person around. What's my Bible verse for this one? Proverbs 24, 3-4. Proverbs 24, 3-4. By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures. So being wise, Batman uses wisdom, right? The definition, the way that I think about wisdom is the application of knowledge, the positive application of knowledge. So you know something, but you're wise when you apply that knowledge to get positive outcomes. Wisdom, the positive application of knowledge, right? So Batman uses a lot of wisdom to get out of situations, to solve problems, to lead to victories, right? As opposed to Superman, yeah, he tries to be smart, but Superman's just all physical, force, brute. I got this, that type of thing. Now, Batman's taking a step back. He's using one of our most powerful tools is our brain. Let's do that. Better to be Batman than Superman. And the third reason is better to be Batman rather than Superman is Batman, how do I say this? Isn't in it for the fame. Batman is not in it for the fame, right? I started thinking about this the other day, right? And I do a lot of stuff. I help a lot of doctors and nurses and healthcare professionals do stuff with some of my companies, right? Build your brands, publish books. I got all these books from authors, my doctors and such, nurses here. We do a lot of that stuff. And I'm always, careful to tell them, like, at the end of the day, the most important reason we do stuff, we get our message out, we write these books, is to get the message out, right? It's not necessarily about the fame and things. Yeah, some of that stuff might come. You get some benefits, you make some money, things of that sort. But it's really to get the message out. And thinking about Batman's not doing this stuff for fame, right? As a matter of fact, you notice, think about the stuff Batman does. I always tell my son, nowadays, like in the social media world, kids are always working out, you're posting your workouts online and stuff like that. And we don't really do too much of that. We kind of stay on the low on purpose, right? I always tell my son, we work in the dark, right? We work in the dark. And my kids know that's what I say. Work in the dark. Nobody needs to know what we're doing. You just go out there, be about your business, do what you're supposed to do, and leave. We work in the dark. That's what Batman does. Batman works in the dark. He knows Batman will go, he'll save the day, and then he sneaks away. He sneaks away at night, right? He's always in the dark. He's in the dark. He blends in, right? He's not out there chasing cameras or none of that stuff. You see these scenes where Batman's there and then police chief turns around and looks and Batman's gone. He's not out there trying to say, yay, look at me as Batman. He avoids all that stuff. And why is it good to kind of work in the dark sometimes and not be chasing the fame? Because really the biggest thing is it allows you to stay focused, right? Focus on the mission. It allows you to stay focused on the mission, because when you start getting a lot of this other stuff, media and all that type of jazz, it can be a distraction. I'm not saying it's bad, but it can be a distraction at certain times. Again, I have a lot of authors, a lot of them want to get media, get attention and things of that sort. And I've been there, right? So I've been through stuff. I've been on TV, all that jazz, been through the whole rigmarole of all that stuff. And in my personal life, what I learned is that at times that was becoming somewhat of a distraction to what I was trying to do. Not saying that it's bad. Media is great when used appropriately, but it can, for some people, become a distraction. And you think about Superman, save the day. He's there smiling, his chest out, and he's always happy, chasing the camera, not chasing the camera, but the camera's always around him. He's waving to the camera and being that kind of model. That's great. That's perfectly fine, right? I'm not saying that that's like the worst thing in the world. I'm just obviously using Batman and Superman as examples to teach some things that I think are very important for personal development, professional development, brand building, things of that sort, right? But when you're not in it for the attention, when you're not in it for the fame, you can focus on the mission, what you're really trying to do, the purpose. At the end of the day, is going to be about the impact you can have on other people's lives. You think about Batman, everything he's doing is to impact other people's lives. It's never for him. It's never really for his love interest. It's about him helping, saving the day, impacting other people's lives. He's in, does what he's got to do, then leaves. my basketball guy, Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan, prime example of this, right? One of the greatest power forwards in the NBA, in the history of the NBA, I should say, right? Fundamental. He's not chasing cameras. He goes in, he does his work, he keeps it simple, he leaves. What did that get him? That gets him Hall of Fame. That gets him top, I want to say, top 50. He might be even top 25, arguably, in the history of the NBA. That gets him multiple championships. When you're focused on the mission and not in it for the fame, the results speak for themselves. And that's Batman. That's what I learned from Batman. He goes in, he does the work, he disappears, he gets out. He's not there, celebrate me. He's like, hey, celebrate these folks. I put the cameras on them. It's not about me. I'm just here to get my mission done, right? Part of that is knowing what your mission is. And that's something that we'll have to talk more about in other videos, right? Gaining clarity around your missions, gaining clarity around why God has put you here on earth. All right, Bible verse for this one, Matthew 6:1. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. Matthew 6:1. Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. We're not out here doing things so people see us, say, oh, look how great you are. Look how great you are. It's not to be seen by them. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. I turn down like media appearances and stuff now. I don't even do much of that stuff anymore. Not because it's bad, but because that's not what I'm in it for. If there's a purpose and angle that's going to help the mission that I see is clear, I'll do it. But other than that, I'm not chasing it just for the sake of chasing it anymore, right? And the verse continues, if you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. If you do, you will have no reward from your Father in heaven. Batman is not in it for the fame, right? I tell y'all, I mean, I know it might sound funny. Dr. Delzo here talking about Batman and Superman. Like I said, up until a week ago, I was never a fan of Batman. People are like, oh, you got to watch that Batman movie. It's so great and all this and all that. I was like, yeah, I'm just not a fan. After I've sat down and thought about this, and I've been thinking about it for the past week now, I'm a fan of Batman. Here are the 3 reasons, again, why you should be like Batman rather than Superman. Number 1 is Batman doesn't do it alone. Batman understands the power of having a team to accomplish missions. Number 2, Batman is more resourceful, right? Batman understands, hey, I can't do everything with my God-given, what I've had with this physicality in my body. I need tools. I need resources. I need to use wisdom. My brain use wisdom to accomplish things. He's resourceful. Be resourceful. And number 3, Batman is not at all in it for the fame. Batman's in it to help people. He feels a certain sense of responsibility. He goes in there, has the impact he's looking for, and gets out, goes back to his business. Right? 3 reasons to be more like Batman than Superman. Hey, guys, I really, really, my prayer for you all is that you're growing from this, that I'm delivering the messages that are beneficial to you all, and that you're finding value in these, and that you're applying them to your life. Remember, I said wisdom is the positive application of knowledge. Apply this to your life and be wise with this information. Listen to it, write the notes, and think about, okay, how can I immediately start applying this to my life? All right, you guys know I'm going to ask you for my favor again. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. Like I said, when the channel grows, it helps me out. I'm trying to get it out there, let more people see it. It gives me that confidence so I can keep making videos that hopefully will continue to help you grow and give you more confidence, right? Hit that like button and drop a comment. And, I'm going to start doing buzzwords. A lot of times I put up a post on my social media, I'll do a buzzword. So, I want to start doing more buzzwords. So if you're feeling this video, go ahead and drop the word Batman in the comments, and that will let me know that you understand, or something with Batman in it. That'll let me know that you appreciate what I'm trying to say about the value that Batman brings to our day-to-days when we just think from the perspective of Batman. All right, fam. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe, like, comment, share. I'm praying for you guys. I love you. And remember, you have permission to be great.